previous movie I did was Juice. I played a killer, a lunatic, killed my friends, which was good. I wanted people to have an image in their head of me as an actor. But now I wanted to change that image to show that I am an actor and I'm not just typecast, you know. So, because the papers were starting to look like the movies, so I had to really like make sure that my image was right.
In both Harlem and Baltimore, Tupac had studied acting and dancing and was considered to be a natural at both. In 1986, he wrote the song Thug Life for his first band, Two from the Crew. In 1989, at the age of 18, he was taken on by West Coast Bay Area crew Digital Underground as a Rhodian dancer. He worked his way through the ranks to become a rapper. People liked his straight-ahead approach. His motto was to keep it street, to keep it real. While working to get a recording deal as a rapper in his own right, he landed the part of Bishop, a tough street gangster in the movie Juice. The appearance of his first album, Tupac-A Now, coincided with the movie's release. Tupac became a star overnight. He followed Juice in a very different role opposite Janet Jackson in Poetic Justice, playing a responsible young parent with aspirations for the future. But Tupac's greatest role was that of Tupac, the angry young black man for whom the word nigger was worn as a badge of pride. He had come from a difficult childhood, living as a member of an ethnic minority in a country not known for its tolerance towards the people it had once enslaved. The reality for poor young black people in American inner cities is not like Will Smith's extended family in The Prince of Bel-Air. If you're both black and poor, your life is hard. Tupac decided to play out his short adult life as a brilliant, driven, volatile West Coast rapper with all the excesses that went with the role. He was going to live the thug life. As a consequence, he began to get a reputation in the film world for being difficult to work with. Rappers and their record producers come from the same social environment and they understand each other well. Hollywood is different. Few people ever say what they really think, and prima donna behaviour coming from virtual beginners, no matter how talented they may be or how big their future might appear, is looked upon with a mixture of apprehension and disapproval. Following his prison stretch for sexual abuse, he set out to show that he had changed. In his own words, he wanted to show that as an actor he could work hard, arrive at the set on time and still make best-selling albums. The two careers ran concurrently. He appeared in Gridlocked and Bullet and released the hugely successful album Me Against the World. As well as starring in a remarkable number of films for so short a career, he is also the subject of a number of documentaries. Two of them stand out as having something positive to offer in relation to Tupac's several roles in his short life. As Tupac the man, the artist, the multimedia star, and as an icon for a generation of disaffected young male African Americans. The first of these is the film mentioned earlier, Biggie and Tupac, released in 2002 and filmed in a deceptively simple style by Nick Broomfield. Together with his cameramen, he stages a series of increasingly tense confrontations with a number of people involved in the killings of Tupac and Biggie, to varying degrees of remorse, shame, or self-serving indifference. The film implicates a succession of big and small-time players colluding to have Tupac eliminated. A rogues gallery of interested parties included the FBI, members of the LAPD and Suge Knight. The other film, released in 2004 and Oscar-nominated in 2005, is Tupac: Resurrection. Though sounding from its title as if it might be an embarrassing attempt to portray Tupac as the hip-hop Jesus Christ, the reality is different. Though flawed, it can be seen as a credible attempt to make a balanced film about a troubled and troublesome subject. Tupac is represented with all his faults and frailties intact, but emerges as a fundamentally caring person, limited and frustrated by his environment, someone who wanted and could perhaps have helped bring about real change, but was destined never to realise it. Thug Angel, released in 2002, paints an even grittier picture of Tupac's life, and it's not afraid to say that even though Afeni may have made a fearless panther activist, as a mother, she was not without limitations. Other documentaries of varying quality include Thug Immortal: Before I Wake and Words Never Die, the last of which, at least, is worth avoiding. It seems doubtful that any of these has had the last word on Tupac. In 2003, rumour had it that Quincy Jones was acting as executive producer for a fictionalised biopic. In 2005, that project had failed to materialise.